Esta era, la era del Canelo es la mejor. Gracias.
Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch? No! Then why you try to fuck him like a bitch, Brett?
Canelo Alvarez's era will be the best era if you compare it to Floyd, Manny Pacquiao, etc. Because you're going to tell me this. At the age of 23, Canelo faced the best boxer that the planet has seen dominate in a decade, and that's Floyd Mayweather, right? He's TBE, or so they say. So Canelo, he ain't afraid to let his O go. You hear Keith Thurman, all these other fighters, Kell Brook, Triple G say, oh yeah, we'll fight everybody. But Canelo proves it. He fought Erislandy Lara, right? An Olympian. He fought Austin Trout. He fought TBE at the age of 22, 23, and 24. Has Triple G, Floyd Mayweather, when he was at his age, or Manny Pacquiao, ever fought those three type of fighters at that young age and lost? Or even proved himself? No. It'd be like this. If Floyd Mayweather had fought Oscar De La Hoya when he was 25, or had fought Felix Trinidad when they were in their primes, that's exactly what Canelo did when he fought Floyd. But nope, he gets shitted on, right? Okay, then he fights Erislandy Lara, right? Because the people, he listens to the people and he gave him a fight. And what happens? He rises up to the occasion. It was a draw. Both guys looked mediocre. They looked adequate. There was so much talking from Lara's camp. He didn't live up to expectations. He thought he can do a 1-2 and get away with it. Canelo was like, all right then, I'm gonna prove up with this Olympian. See what that whole Cuban school is all about? Nope, he gave him a size Mexican chorizo right in the face. Busted him up with an uppercut, busted his chops. Should have been a draw, so what? Then Canelo faces Cotto, right? A fighter that has momentum. Freddie Roach is supposed to expose this Mexican heavy-footed cement elephant feet. What happens? Canelo beats him 10-2. So you're going to tell me Canelo's era is not going to be as good as Manny Pacquiao's era, full of catchweights, Floyd Mayweather's era, full of cherry picks. Put it like this. If Floyd ever fought Felix Trinidad or Oscar De La Hoya when he was 26 years old, when Oscar was undefeated and stuff like that, then you come and talk to me. But until then, Canelo's era will be the best. In fact, Canelo will lose again because he's not afraid to let his O go to be the best. That's boxing immortality. He will have one of the best resumes just because it's not popularized right now, right? Boxing is in a transitionary phase, meaning then there needs to be tournaments, the Super 6 Suite or whatever tournaments to see who the established is at 147. Because all the fighters at 147, they're ducking one another. All the fighters at 140 are being cherry-picked or being protected. All the fighters at 154 are not fighting one another. Boo Boo ain't fighting Charlo. They're pricing themselves out. At 160, Gennady Golovkin is afraid to let his O go. Danny Jacobs is pricing himself out. If I'm going to fight Triple G, you got to pay me $10 million. This and this and that. Well, what is Canelo doing? Fighting everybody. How do I know this? Because it says it in his resume. Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, Erislandy Lara. You tell me what other fighter. Floyd never fought any type of fighter around that range. Neither did Manny Pacquiao. You understand where I'm going with this? Canelo's era will be the best. And if I'm blind, I'm blind. But why do you think the money team, Floyd Mayweather, is trying to recruit Canelo Alvarez? Why do you think he's trying to recruit that price fighter? Because he knows that Mexican has fucking cojones. That motherfucker's got balls. And that's what's lacking in this day and age of boxing, is that Canelo is not afraid to let his O go, right? Keith Thurman preaches it. Other fighters preach it, but Canelo is doing it. And he rarely talks. But no, we have other people saying, oh, that interview or that face-off with Canelo and Cotto, that shit is so fucking boring, this and this and that. Well, this motherfucker ain't talking about it, right? But see, that's what you guys like. You guys like those quackers. You guys like people that talk. People that stir up shit because, hey, it's hype. It's good. They want to play the villain role. Well, Canelo is showing you what a fucking man with balls looks like. That's called boxing integrity, folks. Why do you think people are trying to ride Canelo's dick? Why do you think Triple G wants that fucking prize money fight with Canelo? Why do you think he's trying to set up these advantages and not come and to succumb to Canelo's stipulations? Because he's afraid of Canelo. Point blank, period. That's facts. Why do you think, if I'm wrong, why do you think Floyd's trying to recruit him?
Respetos. Es un gran campeón. Lo conozco. Lo conozco. Es un gran campeón. Es un amigo mío. Pero yo no le tengo miedo a nadie. Ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
My respect, he's a great champion. I know him, he's a friend of mine. But right now, I'll put the gloves on against him.
If I'm wrong with all this shit and I'm just saying a bunch of bullshit, why are people trying to recruit Canelo? Why is everybody trying to fight Canelo? Is it because Canelo is the best pure boxer out there and they want to see how good they do against the best? No, Canelo is not the best out there. But he brings money to the table. And how did he bring that money to the table? By fighting everybody. By not being afraid to let his O go. He's already lost. He's already lost, and he's still top number one. That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
And this is one of the many reasons the boxing world loves Canelo.